Yeah, I mean, we did well on and off the field. On the field, we won the most games we have in program history. We increased our goals against average, or excuse me, increased our goals average and decreased our goals against average. So I think those three things together really show that our on the field product is continuing to get better and better. Off the field, we had one of the best GPAs in program history. Those things go hand in hand. When we do well off the field, that helps everything on the field go much smoother. So really proud of our team for taking care of business, both, again, on and off the field. Absolutely. We really realized and took to heart what it meant to win a 50-50 ball, and what it meant to not give up on any play, and how important those mentality shifts are. Oftentimes as a player, you get tired, and so you start to kind of waver from going after every single ball. And those first three games, especially versus Concordia St. Paul, really just showed us that we've got to win every single ground ball. We got to win every 50-50 ball. We changed up our practices. Everything became a competition. Every single ball mattered. And we really pushed them to be competitive. And through that, the team realized, like, okay, if I do this, then the next two steps get easier. So if I work super hard this instance, the next two steps are a little bit easier for us. And I think putting those kind of pieces together of the puzzle helped us, really helped us long term, both helped our development of our underclassmen, and obviously helped, therefore, our seniors and juniors be even more productive because they had that supporting cast behind them. We really looked at every game as an opportunity to work on something, an opportunity to get better. We had specific goals every game to make sure that we were continuing to build up. Obviously our mentality was we're going to beat Mesa once, and we didn't care if it was 0-2 in the regular season, as long as when we got to the RMAC, we gave them the test, and we won that test. Unfortunately, it didn't happen this year, but what we did do as a team is realize we can compete. I'm not sure that we've really ever been in a position where we knew we could beat them, that we knew, we had the ability to do that. So going forward, what this team this year taught every UCCS lacrosse team going forward is we're good enough, we're strong enough, and we're gonna do it at some point. Hopefully it's next year, but if it's not, we know now that it's in that reach, and it will happen. We want to push Mesa and Regis to be better, because if they continue to get better and we continue to get better, like we talked about earlier, beating those nationally ranked teams happens. But if we don't all get better, that becomes harder. Our dream as a coaching staff is not just to win RMAC, but it's to be a contender in the NCAA tourney. We don't do that if we don't have competition within our league. So, as much as we want to beat Regis and Mesa, it's also important that we support each other and make them better, and that makes us better. And then, when we hopefully all make it into the NCAA tourney, we can all put up a really good showing. It's all about competition. My job as the coach is to continue to get the best players to come to UCCS. If every recruiting class is a little bit better and a little bit stronger, and can help compete with the upperclassmen, then everybody continues to get better. And that's kind of, as a staff, if I don't work hard to get the next best, greatest player at UCCS history, then the current players don't get a chance to be that, because we don't have people pushing them from the freshman, sophomore class. So we take that very seriously. We created a culture, and I'll give Coach Claire most of the credit. She's created a culture goalie specific, where it's very much a tight knit. They support each other, they push each other, and I think that's helped. In one case, Maddie McGriff be the co-goalie of the year, win numerous Defensive Player of the Week awards. It helps. Julia Patrick, who was a midfielder, we transitioned her to attack, and her having Hannah Mill and Angela Naughton and everybody else around her, and her pushing them back helps them all get recognized as offensive players of the year. So it's really important to make sure that we're not okay with who we have, because then that's not fair to who we have. We can never rest. We have to constantly find the next player so that we're constantly pushing our team to be better, and so that they can realize their goals. And if the whole team's getting better, our max, that just becomes an easier path, and an easier or more ability for us to be successful both in the RMAC and then again, hopefully eventually in the NCAA tourney. Yeah, I mean, we have an incredible incoming freshman class. Not all the high school All-Americans are out yet, but so far we already have 3 high school All-Americans. We have multiple All-Conference players. We have the Arizona State Midfielder of the Year coming. So that class is going to be a big one for us, and we're really excited to get them on campus. Our offense definitely heated up this year and understood the value of an assist. I think we had the most assists in program history this year. And it makes us almost unstoppable. If you can not depend on one person just dodging, but multiple people cutting, getting open, now all of a sudden it's real tough to defend you. And that's kind of the mentality and the shift that we made this year, and something that we're going to continue to push. We're going to have a team offense. Everybody's going to be a threat at all times. And then, defensively, we just are really changing the mentality of, instead of, it's me versus the person in front of me, it's all of us versus everybody. And it's more of, some people call it a man defense. We call it our help defense. I may be covering somebody, but I'm here next to you to help you. And I think that mentality shift going forward is going to be huge for our defense. In addition to that, we have this new culture of this competition, and that helps everybody. Again, talked about earlier, the 50-50 balls. Well, we're going to try to make those 75-25 from here on out. The culture of never give up. Never give up on a play. Never give up on the person next to you if they're having a tough game. Never give up on yourself if you're the one having a tough game. And really starting to implement that culture and make it just, it is what we are. Instead of just kind of trying to, it's just an everyday, that's who we are and that's how we play. I think between offense, the transition through midfield and defense, and then back again, if we can continue to cultivate that mentality, I just don't see us being able to not be in every single game we play.